Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Today we've got another one of these beers from the first batch of 2020 can releases in Tesco, and this is Brewdog's G Hazy. So a New England IPA then, coming in at 7.2% ABV. This is actually OG, which is the original beer called Hazy Jane. Just rebranded, as you can tell, that kind of big, bold, kind of in your face, embrace the opaque and all that sort of, you know, united we stand for better beer, fiercely defiant and independent, apart from the 20 whatever percent it was. Anyway, that doesn't really matter apparently. So OG Hazy, 440ml can, 7.2% ABV. Purchased at my local large Tesco's before the shutdown, of course. Best before this then on the 1st of March of 2021. Cloudy clarity is all the other spiel underneath. Don't know what the other code's for, but yeah, so we'll give it a try. I actually reviewed the can of Hazy Jane last year. Wasn't too overly impressed with it, so let's try it again. So you could call it a review under a different name then, if you like. But yeah, I'm getting aromas ready, so that's kind of a nice start. So I don't really want to get into all the there's been a lot said about Brewdog and their new releases over the last month or so since they first come out. I'm just trying, you know, I don't really care. At the end of the day, this beer costs £3 in Tesco's. And if you'd have said to me even a few years ago that this sort of style of beer and standard of beer is going to be in the UK supermarkets, I would have just laughed at you. So that's a positive, I think. So beer in the glass then, it looks absolutely cracking in the glass. A real nice medium to proper full-on chunky haze then. Didn't really pour much of a head, not even half a finger, maybe a third of a finger of white head. Small bubbles. No light coming through. There we go. It's more of a kind of a pineapple, dry pineapple, overripe pineapple if you like. Musky pineapple. God, this chair's playing up tonight. Obviously brewed with oats, and there is that kind of, I don't know, that thickness, that oatmeal-esque kind of aroma. Light stone fruits, light citrus. Yeah, it's kind of light. Almost smells a little bit kind of chalky. It's not big, massive, in-your-face, bold kind of pow citrus aromas or nothing like that, but it's very well-rounded kind of an aroma. There's not one thing overstepping the other. Yeah, a bit muted, but you know, there's some nice notes there. So let's give it a try and see what we get out of this. So cheers. Well, it's 30 IBUs incidentally, I've just seen. Pour the rest of this in. They're all, there we go. Doesn't really go into any. I mean, look at the size of that writing. Look at that. I mean, my eyesight's pretty good. I mean, I can read it, but seriously, it's like they don't want you to know what it says. You know, you get all this rubbish here. Just write that a bit smaller, and you know, let's actually write, you know, read the bit that people are actually probably looking to read. I don't know, what am I? Just a beer reviewer, I guess. I mean, it's okay. It's not. There's not really anything to shout about. There is a light pineapple, light citrusy kind of, you know, orangey sort of terrible, isn't it? It's not vibrant for me. It's not. There is a kind of a slight Valencia orange kind of juiciness to it, but it's not. It's very muted. Let's go again. Why is this chair playing up? Yeah, pale stone fruit, maybe a bit more kind of nectarine, light grapefruit, bit of passion fruit. There is like a grapefruity zest there, but it's not. It's just hints of this, hints of that. It's just kind of like, for me, for my palate at least, skirting around, you know, rather than being right, oh you, bang. It's nothing like that for me. If this is new for you, for the style, then you're going to think, what's he talking about? Of course, I get that, I understand that. But then I also, on the plus side for this beer, for me at least as well, and probably for a lot of people that are probably new to craft beer, for £3, it's not bad at all, to be honest. It's not bad at all. I'm looking at a point of view of what I've had before over the last 5 years or so. I do think, in fairness to it, this is possibly better than when I had pardon me, when I had it the last time. Let's have a look actually, because this is actually a re-review technically under a different name. So yeah, completely, it's just different. So I had this as a I had this in August of 2019 when I done the review, and back then Hazy Jane, this is still the same beer, but the Hazy Jane, in that can I gave this beer a 6.5 out of 10. I've just looked. I was curious, so I'll put it out there. But I'm going to rate this beer, this can, as it is now, the 2020 rebranding, new name, the OG Hazy. It's all right, but it's not crazy good. It's a slight improvement, I'd say, on the last can I had, which was also from Tesco. I've had this beer miles better before in the past, on draft for sure. I'm going to give this can here now, the OG Hazy, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's marginally better than the last can I had, but that's just a personal preference. So it's one of them beers, just go out and try it for yourself. Brewdog out of Ellen in Aberdeenshire in Scotland. Their OG Hazy, their New England IPA then, rebranding and all sorts of things. Still nice to try. For £3, I think it's worth it. Price point is not bad, but then it's not going to be, for an experienced craft beer drinker, it's not going to be a wow beer. But if you're new to it, it could well be. We'll leave it at that.
Anyway, let me know if I've had it before down below. Hope everyone's keeping safe, etc. and all that kind of thing that's in the news a little bit at the moment. Yeah, wish you all very well, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.